In the heart of London hides a sneaker collection like no other, with pairs the internet has never seen before.
So this is a game-worn and signed Kobe. Yeah, so it's photo matched to a preseason game.
Stories that you have never heard of.
Custom made for Kanye West, promo sample.
And prices that absolutely shocked me.
The range, I would say, is between $50,000 and $100,000. Yeah.
Today, we're visiting the man who spent years of his life curating this collection.
When I said there's stuff that you're gonna see here that you're not gonna see anywhere else in the world.
To hear his story on some of the most incredible shoes the world has ever seen.
But you know, there's like controversy around the flag. Now let's do Kanye Reeboks. So my name is Dennis, aka Sneaker Den. I am a sneaker curator, collector, archivist, storyteller, and welcome to my archive.
Dennis is a sneaker collector and sneaker reseller. And during my time with him, I not only got to learn about iconic sneakers, but also what it's like to be a sneaker collector in 2026.
I sold a pair for 2.5K, and now 120 pounds.
That's astonishing. And through his insight and knowledge, also learn about the current state of the entire industry. Are sneakers dead?
Oof. Got the Euro.
Oh, the new ones. Yeah. You did it.
Well, I'm not. No, it's not for me. Yeah.
Now, the story of how I discovered Dennis and his content started with this sneaker, the Virgil Abloh Archive Jordan 1. As many of you know, this is one of the latest sneakers Jordan Brand re-released from the archive. It's essentially a retro of the off-white Jordan 1 Euro from 2018, a sneaker Virgil Abloh created before his unfortunate passing in 2021. Now, the announcement of this shoe's re-release was mostly met with excitement and praise from many people, as the original resells for thousands on the aftermarket and has for the most part been unattainable. However, Dennis was one of the few people to call out the lack of storytelling and really just ask why. Why is this sneaker coming back? Is it to honor Virgil Abloh's legacy or just a quick cash grab from Jordan Brand? So what are your thoughts now post-release? You happy?
Kind of the consensus in the space is not really challenging what brands are doing. It's more like, so this is what we're given, cop or drop.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, and the thing is like on a release like this, Virgil, it's posthumous, like it's a big deal. I think it's so important to contextualize it. And I mean, we've been seeing this with like so much stuff last year, you know, Undefeated 4s, the Tokyo 5s, Galaxy Foamposites, Wu-Tang Dunks, and I always try to challenge it, even if maybe, yes, there is like some positive to it and whatever, to each their own, however you want to interact with the product or how, like what you value, but there are deeper questions that need to be talked about, like what does it actually do?
I feel like after the whole period that we went through of people looking at shoes as like a monetary thing, like what's the value, and then just focusing on that, maybe you do lose a lot of the stories behind this stuff.
Like I get a lot of hate for doing this. I have a background in reselling, but reselling stuff like this, like sue me, you know, like I find cool stuff and make money off it, you know, and there's always this thing like, oh, you're in it for the money, but like I try to do things the right way, which is like contextualize, bring out the value, like this is why it's cool. Like resellers get a bad rap, like, but there's also the flip side, well, who's buying from resellers? Like maybe blame those as well, and you guys are part of it, like you as in the consumers. Like,
I guess the best place to start is, do you know how many pairs you've got in here?
Between 150 and 200.
How long have you been a collector for?
I got into sneakers in 2018, 2019, through just sneaker culture becoming, you know, mainstream and kind of reaching me, because I was just not really familiar with it. I played basketball my whole life, you know, was watching all the YouTubers and getting my knowledge up and everything, and then end of 2019 was when kind of the turning point happened for me, where I found out about dunks, and I just had a gut feeling that dunks are about to make a big comeback, just because I was, you know, digging in and also following what Virgil was doing, and Virgil was kind of already signaling, yo, like dunks, like he was wearing dunks before even his collab, like a few months before. And I just clocked it and I was like what is this, you know, because Jordan 1s were hot at the time. But back then in 2019, there wasn't all that Nike pumping the market with dunks yet. So when you were looking for dunks, it was stuff from 20 2012, 2008, 2005, and I was finding stuff for like 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds. So I just kind of went all in and paid off. So in 2020, when the boom happened and everybody's stuck at home, the sneaker market goes crazy, people are hungry for dunks, and I'm already like equipped with inventory, a knowledge of like what to look for, where to look for it. And then by the end of 2020, I had like 25,000 followers, had like Virgil following me, and like selling to NBA players and shit. Like it went super quick because I was just like right place, right time. Some of the pairs that I have here, like just to quickly illustrate the types of pairs that I was selling back then. Like this pair, this is just very basic dunk from 2008. Very cool, there's that like pre-aged. I was selling these for like anywhere between, like on the smaller sizes, maybe like $600-700, and on the bigger sizes, I sold a pair for 2.5K.
But just this colorway, or just dunks in
this
general?
This colorway.
Wow.
And now, 120 pounds.
That's astonishing. I feel like dunks came and went.
Yes,
and so hard.
And it's so crazy that like in the short time that I've been in the space, I've watched dunks go from nothing to everything to nothing again.
Yeah. What started the whole dunk thing? Why do you think people suddenly went for dunks?
Obviously, a lot of people say Travis. Obviously, he had a huge effect. I say Virgil. Like Travis was the SB effect. People who are inspired by Virgil are the people who then are gonna trickle down to the mainstream. This whole like dunk moment, unprecedented and will never happen again. There's no other shoe that has so much potential that was so underestimated.
So do you have any of those crazy dunks left, or did you sell them at the right time?
I have some crazy dunks. So this would have come obviously later, because then I got into more, niche and rare stuff and more expensive stuff. But this is a non-SB dunk, 2005.
What do they call it? Rising Sun.
A Japan dunk. So you have the sample stamp on the inside there. Yeah.
Whoa, so that's a leather sock liner as well.
Yeah. Rumored to be only maybe 3 pairs in the world.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know really the full story. I know that this says dunk in Japanese, but you know there's like controversy around the flag, this version of the Rising Sun flag, like because it's associated to like Imperial Japan when they were like colonizing China and Korea and everything. So I think that's part of the reason why they didn't do it, is like it's a bit controversial.
Crazy they were gonna do that in the first place.
But yes, it's still crazy that they did a sample. Yeah.
How did you get your hands on this?
I got it from a kind of person like me.
Person who knows a person.
Yeah.
Do you know what value these would be worth?
I'd say like obviously tough to, it's kind of like whatever someone is willing to pay. It's not like there's a market on this, but I would say a fair estimate would be like 5,000.
5,000?
Yeah, around 5,000, which is not crazy considering there's only 3 in the world.
Like you don't know of any other collectors that have the other two. I wonder where they're at.
Yeah, good question.
Japan somewhere maybe.
Yeah. No, honestly, that's a good question. I don't know anyone with this. In terms of also like a regular dunk, so Fragment, I don't know if you're familiar with this Fragment dunk. OG 2010. This is the New York colorway. There was a city pack. There was the London, the Beijing, and the New York. The Beijing re-released in 2020. There was a similar colorway to this, which was navy and black, which was the Tokyo pair. The London looks like this. This is a Nike ID, so it's not the Fragment, but this colorway is based on the Fragment London dunk. This is really rare. There's about like 150 pairs of these in the world. Yeah, only came out in Tokyo.
So how much do these go for now?
Market dropped, but my pair is listed for 2,000 pounds, so like $2,500 roughly. Wow. But like there was a time where New York Fragments were going for closer to like 3.5. The whole market obviously dropped a lot.
So do you have a pair of dunks that you regret not selling when the market was super high?
I mean,
a lot of them.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that would, like if I sold 3 years ago, it would have been much easier to shift and for a better price. Like that's no question.
But so to bring up the pain, but
is Nike by You, which I made. I cut out the thing, but it's based on a real like super icon. Like I mean, it's a very niche shoe, but super rare and a shoe that I love called the Orchard Street Dunk. Like a 1 of 40 in the world, but now I can have a Nike by You version.
Big Nike ID guy.
Yeah, no, big time. Like I did these as well. which are obviously similar to the MCAs, but based on the sample of the MCA.
So is this a colorway you can still do?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So everything in here is for sale, or is there anything that you just would not sell?
Most of the stuff is for sale. I have my personal collection, which is not here, which is like just the stuff that I wear. This is my inventory archive, which I bought with the purpose of reselling.
Have you ever struggled to wear a shoe because it's so expensive?
When I'm buying to flip, I have a certain approach, like this is cool, but this is not for me cool.
What's the most expensive one that you wear?
The most I've ever spent on a personal shoe, like $800. Yeah. And that was I wish I had them here.
You paid $800 or they're worth $800?
I paid. It's a laser Air Force One, brown. But one pair that I would really struggle to move, this is really, I don't know if you're familiar with this one, but do you know what these are?
Yeah, Futuras.
Yes, FLOM SB Dunks. This is really like one of those.
Holy. This is the one that you would see in them glass cases in a sneaker resale store.
Yes. If you do, it's probably one of very few resale stores that have them.
Yeah.
But there's 24 pairs in the world. There was a friends and family run made for when Futura had his store opening in Japan. And the whole kind of messaging behind the shoe, it's called the FLOM because it stands for For Love or Money. And the currency print kind of like represents that whole thing. Like he's basically questioning like, yeah, what are you in it for, the love or for the money? So.
Wow.
And Futura is really like one of my true goats. Got this skateboard as well, which is also with the currency print. This dropped not so long ago, maybe like 3-4 years ago.
Is that actually signed or is that a print?
I have a actually signed one at home.
Okay.
This one is I doubled up. This is one of those shoes in sneaker culture that you never would think that you'd be able to own.
Yeah.
Because talking about price and value, like do you know roughly what these go for in general?
I know that they're expensive.
Yeah, so this I would say is the shoe by far which has the highest like value in my collection. This one specifically is obviously you can see it's a small size, it's very worn, so that affects the value, but like in a general sense, a FLOM dunk in a like brand new condition, like bigger size, the range I would say is between $50,000 and $100,000. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Man, these should be in a case.
Yeah. I mean,
they're just chilling in the box.
One of the most iconic SBs, Jedis. Should be called the Yodas.
These are also from
2004. So yeah, one of them classic SBs.
Price on that?
650 pounds, $800. Something light.
Yeah.
Then another super classic SB. This is silver box, so this is the first kind of SB era.
Okay,
This is the Buck SB Dunk. It's the Oregon University colors, green and yellow. Buck is the nickname of Phil Knight, the founder of Nike.
Okay.
Who went to University of Oregon, so that's why it's the Buck. Another super classic Heineken's.
Oh, no way you have these. But weren't these rumored to re-release?
There was a rumor of a Heineken Air Force One a few years ago, around the time when the Tiffany Air Force One came out. There was a whole thing around that, but never happened. And actually, just real quick, this is a fake pair of Heinekens from back in the day.
Way.
Yeah, and just a friend of mine gave these to me, like, yo, like, I was buying his collection, he was like, I have these, just take them, you know. But it's just interesting to see.
This is a fake pair from how long ago?
From back then, 2004, 2000, yeah. The Heinekens are from 2003, so
they were
around that
time. This good.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're cooked.
This is a good, this is a good fake, but I'm guessing you can feel kind of, even like if you touch the liner, you see.
I mean, I can feel it.
This one is more soft.
But still like,
which one
this would be insane quality by today's standards.
Yeah. And
that's
also
insane leather.
Like if you look at the box, this is a real box. This is a fake box. You see how the Nike is too dark, and the label as well. Like the font is a bit off. Like if you compare to
like by color.
Yeah.
I mean, even these colors are different. It's like faded.
Yeah.
I thought fakes were only just getting good now. They were crazy back then.
This is a more recent one, but I think this one's cool as well. The Grateful Deads. I don't know if you have any of the Grateful Deads.
I've never held a pair.
It's a cool kind of recent. I mean, SB has had a good run in the 2020 to 2023 4. Like they've done some cool stuff. So
100%.
yeah. This is a super rare. Also, only about 3 pairs in the world. You have the sample stamp here, and you have the sample tag also on the insole. Yeah.
And these are brand new.
Yeah, these are brand new from 2007, and you see like the leather is just crazy. This like tumbled leather and the colorway, the contrast stitching. It's nicknamed the mint chocolate chip. I do know of one person who has these. But
so
still,
what would these go for?
These, there was a time during COVID where you could ask for like, you know, close to 20,000 for these. I'd say that now we're closer to 10, but
still insane.
Yeah.
Man, we need to get you some glass boxes in here. This is crazy.
This is a really important SB. It's one of the first 4 SB colorways ever released in 2002.
Wow.
When Nike SB kind of launched, it launched with 4 skater collab. This is the Reese Forbes, one of the skaters, the wheat pair. Then there was Danny Supa, who was a skater from New York. There was Gino Iannucci, I think Italian, and whatever. There was 4, and a 4th one, which was Loden, I think. Yeah, Loden. Yeah, that's the price, about 1.5K USD. And this is really one of my favorite SBs.
They used to go crazy with the padding around here.
So comfortable.
Like that's actually not just like beefy, but also super soft.
Yeah. It's crazy to me how uncomfortable new SBs are compared to old SBs. And funny extra story, but this pair belonged to Pharrell Williams.
No way. Well, this exact pair.
This exact pair, and this one as well. I got this from an auction, but so it's just a. But yeah,
his
this
auction?
pair. Yeah, Jupiter. You know, Jupiter is his auction house.
So this one's also Pharrell's?
This was also Pharrell's, yeah.
Wow. So is this like his size?
Yeah, size 9. This is a sample of a Reese. So Reese Forbes is the name of the skater. This is from 2002. This is from 2007 when he did another collab on a SB Dunk. The colorway that released is reversed. So the real tree camo is on these panels. Same person is behind these.
How many of those exist?
Rumored to be only 3 as well. This is really the production sample that then they just went with another design. Price-wise, I'd say comparable to the mint chocolate chip. So there was a time where maybe I could get closer to 20. Now it's closer to 10.
So would you say Dunks are your favorite?
I'd say Dunks will forever be how I really got into this, but I think my true favorite silhouette, I think, is the Air Force One.
So did you ever own a pair of Pandas? No.
Is that that's the clickbait question? Is that the first clip of the?
Who knows?
No, never owned a pair of Pandas.
So do you actually have like a negative feeling towards Pandas?
That
is a big narrative. Like people hate them.
You know what? I have a negative feeling towards people who should know better. People who aren't really sneakerheads and who wear Pandas because it's a black and white dunk and it's easy to wear and everything. I'm not gonna hate on that. When I see people who are like sneakerheads, that's when I'm like, come on, like Panda Dunks, beyond just being very like basic, it's also like it's a very low quality shoe.
Yeah.
It's a bad shape, bad materials.
It's like, what if I told you I'm wearing Pandas right now? Are sneakers dead?
I would say that sneaker culture is never gonna be dead because there's always gonna be people who care and who are gonna preserve it, contribute to it, and everything. What's happening right now, there's a big change, obviously. Mainstream hype around sneakers, that part dying off because both the brands and the consumers overdid it, and now consumers moved on to comfort, you know, running shoes and stuff like that. I think that's a reaction to like oversaturation. My job and everybody else who's really like cares and actively involved in this space to bring back excitement, because that's how we lost so many people, is because brands got lazy, brands overdid it, milked trends and drops and everything, and yeah, but ultimately, of course, the culture is not dead and is not gonna die. All right, so
oh wow,
starting off very serious. OG Jordan 1s from '85, brand new.
Man, it's actually so crazy to be able to see this.
Yeah.
This is like the shoe.
That started it all. That's the most important sneaker in sneaker history for sure.
So these were probably like super valuable right when like things were popping off.
Yeah,
and now,
so this is a good size as well. It's a size 12 US. So brand new, no OG box. OG boxes alone go for like $2,000, just for kind of context. I think there was a time where I could get close to 20, and now it's closer to 10. This is another Chicago. What's cool about this one is the size. This is a 13 and a half.
Jordan size.
Yes, so Michael Jordan wore a 13 and 13 and a half on left and right. 13 and a half was never commercialized. It was always like, if you find a 13 and a half, that means it was like made for a player or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the bread. So this was probably skated. Still good condition, like it's wearable as well.
I mean, this leather ages nicely.
Yeah. This one, this is metallic red. So metallics, you're starting to get into the rarer end of 85. So 85s, there was 20 colorways, 20 OG colorways, which is also crazy to think that in 85 they would make 20. And also check out the laces. You see how faded they are. Metallic green, also check out the faded laces, crazy. Pretty good kind of condition on the metallic as well. This is, I'd say, we're really getting into rare, because also within the metallics, you have different levels of rare. I'd say like metallic blue is the least rare, metallic red is the second least rare, and then you kind of start like metallic green, orange, burgundy, getting really hard to find. So metallic black, really one of the rarer metallics. And what's kind of special about this one is it's the only Jordan 1 that has a mismatched sole with the upper. So you have a metallic black upper, but a natural gray. And see this one, like it's all cracking up and everything. Like,
it's like all the foam is crunchy now.
Yeah. In terms of price, so Chicago's, I said like 10, 20 because they're brand new. This stuff that's pre-owned range, I would say between 4 and 10,000, depending on the colorway, the size, the condition.
So having like all the originals, what do you think about the retros?
It depends which ones. These, I think this ain't it at all. I mean, check out the color. This is kind of like a soft baby blue. This is like super
like turned up
aqua.
The saturation.
I don't really get the crackled leather because that's not how they age. Especially the bread, they made such a like whole marketing thing out of it that it's like the most accurate shape ever. Like it's like we studied the originals to make it. Like there's so many things that were wrong with it where like the color was like super puffy and like I don't know, there was a lot of things, and it is the closest in the sense that
this is so that the next time they can be like, no, this is the real closest.
And you know that they can do it because they do like PEs or special edition ones that they only make like 5 of, where it's like, this is the one. Oh, and this is the last one as well. Natural gray, 85, clean.
This is one that I really liked the retro of.
Also 85 treatment, and these are like 2,000, so about $3,000, roughly. Dunks and Jordan 1s, there's no wearability issues. Air Force 1s, because there's an air bubble inside, with time it pops.
Oh, no
so
way.
It becomes, it's more tricky to sell vintage Air Force 1s because there's always stuff like this that can happen.
Damn,
but this is, for example, this is just a cool little example from 2005. Stuff like this, which is more recent, obviously super iconic and everything. This is the OG colorway.
So do you own a lot of Off-White?
No, so I'm a huge Virgil fan. Like, Virgil is really #1, like the GOAT. I got the rubber dunks, the black and vault green. Love those. And I like that it's a sleeper. It's not one of the obvious ones. And then recently I got the all black Presto. Virgil, he really reworked it and it's so comfortable.
But they did like all those
the Air Force 1 mids and stuff.
Nah?
Nah, not so much. The off-brand Air Force 1s, the Bapestas.
Oh yeah.
And let's just start with the real deal, man.
Oh, damn.
College Dropout, Bapestas.
I don't know why I just look at this and I just imagine like one of those stores in Japan that would have stuff like this.
Yeah. Like it's rare, but it's like it actually released in stores.
Yeah.
Like there are people who bought this shoe in Bape store in London and Bape store in New York. You know what I mean? And value-wise, range again 4 to 10.
4 to
maybe
10.
During good times closer to 10. Now maybe closer to 4. But around that, also again depending on condition, size, and everything.
Of course.
This is a pretty cool one as well. Recognize the logo? Cause. Yeah, I really like the colorway.
I didn't even know that they did a course.
There is so many Cause Bapestas.
Really?
Yes, a lot. Kind of also that Jordan 4 cause vibe, you know, that light gray. This is a cool leather one as well. Kind of a Batman, you know.
Yeah.
There was a real Batman collab, you know, there was a whole Marvel pack. Where they had the special packaging, and they did the Superman and Batman and Hulk and all of these superheroes. So we had the Kanye Bapestas. Now let's do Kanye Reeboks.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is really, we're getting really into crazy stuff. So this is, actually, let me get all of them out because there's 4 colorways. When I said there's stuff that you're gonna see here that you're not gonna see anywhere else in the world.
Are these samples?
Yeah. So yeah, we got all 4 colorways all together. That's insane in itself. Obviously, custom made for Kanye West promo sample. And so we got all 4 colorways. So there's 24 pairs per colorway. I know this one is in existence. So 96 pairs in total. Reebok wanted to make something happen with Kanye. Reebok was trying to get Kanye. So this is the Jay-Z silhouette, the Sean Carter. So you see on the tongue here, it says S. Carter. The Jay-Z line at the time with Reebok, which was also iconic. It was the same time when like G-Unit had their Reebok collab, and then we got some ice creams as well. That's Don C telling me this. So Don C, obviously he was the tour manager of Kanye West, like he was part in the mix and everything. So he told me when they went through to Reebok and everything, Reebok asked Kanye what colorways he liked, and he picked out those colorways, and they just slapped the College Dropout Bear on them, which is also the logo of his brand at the time. He had this brand called Mascot, and they just slapped that logo on there and gave him 24 pairs of samples. Just like, this is for you and your friends, like, we hope to work together. And then basically it never happened. But he went to Nike, like his first Nikes came out in 2008. That means he probably started working on it in 2006, 2007. And that was also kind of part of the narrative, which is Kanye was already dreaming about the big, you know, the Nikes and the LVs, because LV happened in 2008. I actually have that as well. So Reebok was kind of like a downgrade, you know, it was like, I'm not trying to waste time on Reebok when I can work on Nikes and LV, you know. And just
this one
talking
is like
about Don
iconic.
C. This is the Jasper, which is the name of one of their friends, Ivan Jasper. Everything's connected. Virgil, Kanye, Don C.
So would you say this is like the first Kanye shoe? What would come before this?
Man, you're asking the right questions. So, excuse the colorway because this is nasty. This is the first Kanye design. Not the colorway, but the silhouette. This is the first Kanye silhouette. When they were trying to make it happen with Reebok, he wanted to design his own silhouette. He didn't want to do a Sean Carter. He wanted to do his own thing. This is a mix of an Air Max 90. There's this, I mean, I just saw the sketches and everything. Like, it's not maybe that obvious to see, but it's a mix of like an LV shoe at the time, the Air Max 90, and an Adidas like ZX whatever. And so that's that. Then like when the Reebok thing didn't happen, he just moved on to Nike and everything, and Reebok used his design. Reebok went ahead and produced them anyways without Kanye or anything. And Kanye sued Reebok because they used his design, and they pulled them out of the market. So this is called Around the Way, and you can still find some. It's very hard to find because obviously they weren't like pulled out of production. Actually, the design continued. Adidas bought Reebok in the mid or late 2000s. Maybe you'll be able to like, or I'll send you pictures. Adidas made a ZX 100 or whatever with David Beckham, which is exactly the same upper with a different sole. So it's difficult to recognize, but it's exactly the same panel. So the design actually lived on.
Exists.
Technically, the first silhouette that Kanye designed. Then you had the Kanye samples, which he technically didn't really design. And then you had the Bapestas, and then you had Nike, then you had LV, and then you had Adidas.
And what was your favorite, Nike or Adidas era of Kanye?
Nike, of course.
Really?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I think obviously his impact with Adidas was huge, but I'm a Nike guy.
Of course. What would you,
if you want to just
sell
put
these
here
for?
I would say between like 6 and 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Per, or is like one color?
Okay. Colorway, I keep forgetting these, but now we're getting into like basketball stuff. So this is a game worn and signed Kobe. This is called the Air Flight Huarache, and it's from 2004 when Kobe was a sneaker free agent. So he left Adidas, and then before he started getting his own like Kobe 1s, Kobe 2s, etc., he was a free agent, so he wore Reeboks, he wore Jordans, and this was one of them as well, Huarache. Wow. Yeah, so it's photo matched to a preseason game.
Now this is like something that would have that crossover into sports. Would this hold up a lot better?
It's memorabilia at this point, you know. I'd say it's not that crazy. I'd say maybe 20.
That's a lot.
I mean, it's a lot, but like you hear
what
stuff, you know, and some people might think, oh, it's a game-worn signed Kobe.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of game-worn signed Kobes. This is also a allegedly worn, but this one is not photo matched, so that's why it's a bit more just tricky to really like put a value. It's not signed, it's not photo matched, so that's a whole other thing like in the collectible world where like you need the documentation, provenance and everything. But this is supposed to be a pair from the All-Star Weekend. That's the only time that he wore the yellow and black colorway of this shoe, and it's obviously his size, like it's made for him, but there's just no proof. There's no
there's like no way to get that either.
You can try, but you have to pay for it, you know, for specialists to like go through archives and see if they can match it and everything. One of my favorite players of all time, Ray Allen.
Oh, wow.
PE. So you got Ray on this side, then you got 34 on this side. Back to his Supersonics days when he played for Seattle. And then just to close on this is really one of my favorite shoes of all time. Kind of to the same level as the FLOM SBs. Okay. Arguably, and more than arguably, factually, the most iconic bootleg of all time. Yeah. So bootleg meaning unofficial kind of replica or whatever. So obviously based on an Air Force One.
The Newport.
And so this is, Newport is a cigarette brand in the US. You see the box totally replicating the cigarette pack, even with how it opens, with the foil. Ari, who designed this, you know, it says Ari here instead of Air as well, like just makes so much sense. He is from New York, and he's like very critical of like consumer culture. So he wanted to criticize both the tobacco industry and Nike by creating a parallel between them, and the parallel which happens very naturally because Newport's logo is an upside down Nike. And the message behind it is kind of like Nike is not so different from the tobacco industry behind their narrative of like sport and whatever. There's that like manipulative way of selling to consumers. And sometimes also the thing with Newport is like Newport was always advertised to minorities in the US. You know, it's everybody has their demographic. Newport was always like African American, underprivileged communities. And that's where you had the huge ads like Newport. And that's why Virgil always resonated with Newport, and like at the exhibition there was a huge Newport ad because it was part of like the culture, like, oh, you live in the hood and you see Newport ads, you know. Little details, you have dollar signs instead of the stars on here. 252 pairs. This is number 98, and these were sold at 3 shops, 2 shops in New York and 1 shop in Vancouver.
How much would these go for?
So these again range 6 to 12. So yeah, it's like very thought through and very also like a strong message behind it.
It was time to pack up and leave Dennis to head home, but I wasn't leaving empty-handed. I left with a newfound optimism for the sneaker industry. Despite one of the largest sentiments going around sneakers right now is that they are dying, meeting him and hearing these stories proves that sneakerheads will never let that happen. A huge thank you to Dennis, who was kind enough to take the time out of his day to share his extensive knowledge and passion for these stories with us. And a huge thanks to you all for watching.